Last time we figured out that the glow plug controller and the glow plug relay were malfunctioning on the 82 Chevy K10 diesel. We got the parts in, we're going to put them on and see if that solves the problem. So located on the driver's side rear passenger cylinder head is the glow plug controller right there. And we've got a new one. We're just going to screw that one out, screw the new one in, and plug it up. Ideally, I'd have an 1/8" socket that would work for this controller, but I'm working remotely, so I don't have all my tools with me, so we're going to just use this adjustable wrench. Let's see if we can get it broken loose here. It doesn't seem to be too tight. Hopefully we'll have some luck here. Sorry, I'm trying to hold the camera and turn this thing. It's not the easiest thing to do. Let's see if I can turn it by hand now. Yep. Hopefully it doesn't dump all the coolant out. I'll let the radiator cap on so maybe it won't do so quickly. It's tight enough for some reason. There we go. Now she's coming out. And there we go, and yes, it is dumping coolant. So we'll get the new one put in real quick. Hopefully we don't lose too much coolant. But I brought an extra gallon just in case. Alright. We got it threaded in enough that it's not leaking anymore. I'm going to tighten this guy up, and then we'll replace the relay. Alright, we got it all tightened up. Let's plug the harness in. Before we do that, I want to look in the harness. The service manual says if the number 2 hole has some corrosion in it, you should plug it with RTV. I don't see any problems there. Let's look at the back side of the connector, see if there's any problems. You can see right there, that's what they're talking about. That empty, the pin that doesn't get used. Maybe we'll go back at a later date and plug that with some RTV or even a weather pack connector. But for right now, we're just going to plug this thing up and move on. Alright, there it is, all plugged up, ready to go. I don't believe we're leaking. Man, it's nasty down in there. We really need to get in here at some point and clean all this out. But for right now, we're just trying to get her running. We'll clean it all up later. Next step is to replace this relay. If you remember, this relay wasn't working properly, so we're going to take the old one off, replace it with a new one. We're going to have to reuse those bushings and bolts because the new one did not come with bushings and bolts. Well, we'll get that done, and then we're going to try to start this thing again. We disconnected both the battery and the glow plug side of the relay. We made sure that the batteries were disconnected before we started this, because if that guy is not fused right there, if that guy were to make contact with the body while the battery were connected, we'd have a nice little electrical fire on our hands. So we're going to get this relay taken off, and we'll replace it here shortly. I can get that socket on the stud there. Well, appears to be a different size than this one right here. Crazy. So here's something interesting. This bolt that held this one on is a 3/8 inch bolt, and this one here is a 10mm. Gotta love a mixture of metric and imperial bolts. But we got that one out, so the relay is out now, as you can see. Of course, the thread pitch on the stud of the relay does not match the nuts that we took off of the original relay. So we took this nut off, which I don't think we're supposed to take off, because look at how loose this stud is now. So I'm pretty well convinced this relay is not going to work at all, even though it's brand new. Imagine the contacts inside are messed up, but we're going to give it a try. We've already got it put in. Let's tighten up the wires and see what happens. All installed and connected. Not sure it's exactly right. I don't like those being connected directly to the body of the solenoid valve without the nut between them, but our nuts didn't match up to these studs. So we're going to go with this and see what happens. The first sign that things are going right is we should get a glow plugs or a wait to start light here. Let's see what happens. Oh, that's good. Glow plugs. It should go out after about 6 or 7 seconds. There we go. How about that? She fired right up. A little bit of smoke. Not too bad. I believe we've got the glow plug system fixed.